Once on the MyHelper website, then select Login, enter your email address and password. Once on the dashboard, navigate to MyHelper, say Add Employee. Here you will then need to enter relevant details about your employee. It's very important to note that the first name or middle name and surname, as well as the identity type of your employee, must be entered perfectly, as this will then be used for the UIF submissions. And if there perhaps is a mistake of the surname is not correctly typed or saved, then the UIF might reject your submission. First name and the last name. Identity type, you can either enter the ID number or passport number. For this example, I will be using the ID number option. And the ID number. Date of birth. Gender. And the employee's contact number. You will also see that you can enter the banking details of the employee. It's not compulsory, but if you would like to keep it and store it here, you can then enter the details. And then select the employee's job title. And then you would then need to enter the start date. It's important to note that the start date must be accurate, as this will also be used for UIF submission purposes. Salary calculated. It's important to also take note that the selection you make here is how you calculate your employee salary. Either you pay your employee a daily, a weekly, a bi-weekly, or a monthly rate. For this example, you will be using the monthly option. And then you would then need to enter the working hours per day of this employee. It's important to note that working hours are the actual hours that the employee is working for you. So say, for example, an employee is 8 hours on your premise, which 1 hour is a lunch break, then the actual working hours is then 7 hours. You will then see that the total hours per month is calculated automatically as 151 hours for the month. Enter the employee salary. For an example, if you perhaps have an employee that earns a quite high salary, you will then see at the bottom that there's a deduction summary. And here you will then see the UIF, which is then calculated on the employee salary as well as pay as you earn. So in this case, if this employee earns a substantial salary in that sense, then pay as you earn is payable. So tax in this sense is then payable for this employee. If you select the view details, then you will see there's the pay frequency monthly, the input salary of 9,500 per month, and then the annualized income is then 114,000 Rand, which then necessitates tax. You will see at the bottom here, according to the SARS brackets, here's the total amount then, and then there's the monthly pay as you earn, which is then deductible for this employee then. But for the purpose of this example, I will be just using a standard salary, and then you will see in the sense there's no pay as you earn then payable on the salary for this employee based on their total working days and the hours per month, as well as their monthly salary. Once entered, you can then say add employee. And then once entered, you will then see the employee's name, the job title, the salary, and then the pay frequency, which we selected was monthly, and then the status of the employee is active and their start date. And then if you would like to view more details, you can just select this option, and then you will see there's more details of this specific employee. If you would like to make an edit, you can just select this option here, where you then will be able to make edits necessary and then just update once changed. And that is how you add an employee on the MyHelper dashboard.